What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and in the last video, we finished the regular season by taking on Eastern Kentucky, and we got the win. It was fairly close in the first half. I think it was a tie ball game, if I'm doing my math right. Yeah, it was a tie ball game at halftime. They put up 18 points in the second quarter, which has always been a bad quarter for us all season. But in the second half, we really took care of business, especially in the third. So we are 9-3. Now, you already know just by the title of the video and the thumbnail what's going to happen. Technically, I don't at this present time. So we're either going to play a bowl game or we're going to go right to the off season. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate this week. This is the last week of the season. That way you can see like the conference week. I know we got to simulate that. And then after that, we'll know if we'll go to a bowl game or not. Now, this shouldn't take too long in advance in the week. There shouldn't be too many games played on this week. Then we'll simulate the conference championship week. And I know this may be a waste. What I wanted to show was just kind of see where we're at with a couple of awards and such. Let's see what happens here. Taking a little longer than I was surprised. All right, conference championship game. What we can do really quick, we can go to Sports Illustrated and go to, let's go to awards finals first. And there is Jimmy St. Louis. He is going to win the award. There's, 108 receptions, almost 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. And the other two guys are nowhere near close. Also, I think we're going to win the coach award. 9-3. We're done, basically. So, unless Utah, their season's over with. They're in the Mountain West. I don't think the Mountain West has a conference championship game. I could be dead wrong. Or they may have, so I'm not really sure. Iowa, that's in the Big Ten, so I think we're going to win that award as well. Now, bowl projections, again, we can look at it really quick. I don't think we're going to be on here at any point, and it looks like we're not going to. So let's just go ahead. Let's check out the weekly. Let's see. These are the remaining remaining conference games. That's your MAC championship. You got the SEC, Big 12, Wake Forest, Miami. That's a big game. Whoever wins that one, I guess, is going to the national championship game. And UTEP and UCF. So let's go ahead and simulate this week, and then we're going to find out if we're going to a bowl or not. If not, hey, we're going to go right to the off-season recruiting, all that good stuff, which is always fun. If not, we'll play our bowl game and try to get 10 wins in our second season, which is incredible. We're definitely going to move up in our program prestige. We will go up to a 2-star, which means I can now start recruiting 3-star players, which is going to help a lot. That also means I will be getting into in-season recruiting next year. So looking forward to that. All right, Coach of the Year. We won that one. That's pretty cool. Jimmy St. Louis with the tight end award. Good to see that. Drew Tate won the Heisman. Let's see. Iowa, Miami, Florida, Wisconsin, Iowa. A lot of Big Ten teams up in there. And there you go. No bowl game. So that's what worries me. So here's something for us to think about. I'm going to go on to the next season as an independent. I guess it's possible we may go into I may get invited to a conference. I just don't want to do that yet because I don't want to get stuck in a MAC conference or the Sun Belt and never be able to get out. We don't want that to happen. So since there's no bowl game, let's just go ahead and simulate all the bowls. There's anything for us to see. So that's disappointing. I was really hoping we would sneak in somewhere, but that's what happens when you're not part of a conference. You better play well. Like extremely well, or you're just stuck. So it's like a double-edged sword. I want to control my schedule. That's the reason why I want to be an independent. I want to have like a humongous, difficult schedule every year when we get up further as a program prestige. But if I ain't going bowling, I guess it's just one less game we got to bother with. I'm not sure. It's not like we missed out on the national championship game or anything. But still, I felt like as a team we deserve to go to a bowl somewhere, but since we're not part of a conference, I guess we're just out of luck. Now, it would not shock me if we got invited eventually to a conference. Again, I'm just scared to death to do so because I'm afraid we'll get stuck in that conference forever because you can't force your way into a bigger conference. Now, I was told, I've never seen it before. We're going to find out eventually because I'm still going to say it's an independent. But I was told, all right, let's see. Arizona State wants me. Northwestern wants me. But I'm going to sign the 4-year extension with Murray State. I didn't receive a bowl bid. That's not my fault. But at least we're going up to a 2-star, which is good. So we're going to extend that. I want to accept the extension. And there you go. MAC conference. They want me to replace Ball State. I am going to decline it because, again, I just don't want to get stuck in that conference forever and ever. I don't want to bother. They may invite me next year. So we got like a full season or 2 or 3 to decide if we feel like that's worth it. But otherwise, I don't want to be stuck in MAC purgatory. So let's decline the invitation. And let's advance to the offseason. So it looks like we're going to do a little recruiting. All right, let me go get a page here. I'm going to write some notes and stuff. This should be interesting. All right. Let's go to the off-season schedule. Let's go to rosters first. And let's just check out our roster. Now, we still have almost a half a bar on the discipline, so I'm still going to put like a solid 25 points there. But you look at our overall, we got 62 players, but we're losing 21, which means we're going to be down to like 40 kids. So we just got to put a ton of points in the recruiting. And we just need a whole lot of better players on top of that. So that's all I need to know about that. So I don't even have to look at this. So let's just go back to off-season schedule, school budgets. We're going to do 25. 15. We're going to have a ton of points to play with. I still got some guys I want to... Let's do 20. 20 and 60. Let's just do that. Now, we may have some players want to leave. I don't know if they would. I mean, I don't think we had any juniors that want to go pro early. I could be dead wrong on that. We may try to convince them to stay. Again, that's all random for those of you who don't really know. I mean, you could put in 1,000 points on a kid, but he still may stick around or he may want to leave. It's all situational. That's why I always put minimum points in a kid. Okay, well, here's a perfect example. We don't have anybody going pro early, which is fine by me, but those are 21 guys roughly right there that are gone. And you can look here. CT, hey, we salute you. You've done your part. For you being 59 overall, you've done okay. You look at his overall. We can check here. 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 20 picks, 68%. Of course, a lot of that's on me. Just giving him as easy throws as possible. We're losing both Ron Lane, who didn't play a lick this year. I mean, he was just the third-string guy. But Odom's done well for us over the years. 757 and 646. Over 1,400 yards. 23 touchdowns. He done well for us for the limited talent that he is. Just 70 overall. Wide receiver, Ronnie DeLume. I kind of feel bad about this kid, only because he played a ton our first season and didn't do anything this year. It's just kind of the way it worked out. Unfortunately, but I mean, he done his part in our first season. And here's our great stud. He'll never be forgotten. We need to retire his jersey number. Jimmy St. Louis, maybe the best tight end we'll ever have at this school for as long, I don't know how many years I'll be here. Hopefully a bunch of years, as long as it's so fun. But look at that, 761 and 983, giving us 1,744 receiving yards and 17 touchdowns. Just a killer. All-American stud. I didn't check the All-American in-season stuff. Oh, well, we could check that here. Here it is right here. I'm so sorry I forgot to check that. First team All-American, first team All-Independent, and best tight end in the country. That's what we wanted to see. And what we could have done, I just completely forgot to look at that. That's okay. Everybody forgets that stuff later on. Here's what worries me. We're going to lose a bunch of offensive linemen. Those are 5 offensive linemen we're losing. So hopefully we can get a bunch of kids in this year. So defensive ends, Jamil Owens, sorry. Had 11 sacks for 7 this year. A couple of defensive tackles are gone. Matt Weber didn't even play for us. Corner, Laronnie Gallishaw, the man, the myth, the legend. Just had an amazing impact on our program. 5 interceptions through 2 seasons. You can look at kick return. He got 1 touchdown. And running the ball. He had over 1,200 yards rushing this year. 9 touchdowns. A lot of that was off like the toss play, more or less. And he caught the ball some for us. He didn't, let's say he had 1 touchdown this year, but just an all-around great player. Just a perfect example of you do what you got to do to get some yards and get your best players in the best position you can to get them to succeed. Nick Turner played quite a bit for us. He started both years. We're going to have to replace him. And Tony Ryan, I don't remember him playing a lick. I don't think he'd done any of that. I think he was our backup safety, strong safety. Josh Coleman, looking here, extra points. He was our starting kicker for 2 years. Never missed a field goal. Of course, anytime I kick a field goal, you look at the long field goals. The longest I'll kick is like a 37-yarder. It's not like we went very deep on those. And that is it. So let's go ahead and see what is next. I'm pretty sure it is continue to recruiting. And we may get some more transfers. We got very lucky in the last offseason. We have 3 guys that are transferring. They're going to be a big impact for us next season. Maybe we'll see a few more today. That should be the next item that comes up. At least I hope so. So once we get into here, we're going to go look at our roster and kind of see what we need. We need everything. We don't have a strength anywhere. I want some really good skill players. Of course, those transfers are going to be my main studs next season unless we really luck out on a kid this recruiting cycle. And you're just trying to upgrade the talent all across the board. My goal is to try to get 20-plus recruits. Sometimes it's just really hard to get that many commitments in the offseason. But you got to think about it. You're only allowed 70 players on the team. Divide that by 4. That gives you roughly 17 players. So on average, you only need like 17 kids in a class, not 25 like everybody else does. I always have to keep that in mind myself. Even though we got like 40 kids on the roster right now, I would love to have 30, but we only got 25 scholarships to play with. I didn't know removing players took this long. All the years I've been doing this. So I got my notepad in front of me. I'm ready to take some notes, just kind of figure out which quarterbacks I need. I also got to write down all of the week 2 prospects that we have a chance on. You know what I'm talking about. The non-top 5 guys who still may be interested in me. We'll check all those. That's a long process, but it's worth it because you just never know what you may find. And it's still doing its thing on. There we go. It's getting somewhere now. Like I said, we need help everywhere. So next up, there we go. We got 3 more guys. Look at this. A Cincinnati halfback. Let's look at this kid. 80 overall, 89 speed, 76 strength. He's a balanced running back. He's big, 227 pounds. Junior redshirt. So we're only going to have him for 1 year. And we can't redshirt him, but we'll definitely take him. You need all the help you could get at this stage of the program. We'll definitely... let me go back and look at something. He could catch the ball. 68 catch. That means we're going to throw to him whenever that time comes. That's good to see. Here we got a wide receiver. Kenneth Harris coming from Georgia. He had 8 receptions last season. Let me go back to this kid right here. I didn't look at his stats. He only had 6 attempts, 40 yards, right? He didn't barely play last season. Then you got Kenneth Harris from Georgia. Didn't do much this season either. Another 80 overall, 86 speed, but he's like a big kid. Look at 6'3", 211. He's a possession receiver, more or less. He's really strong. 68 strong. Strength is really good. 80 on the catch. We'll definitely take him for sure. And then we have a defensive tackle, Dennis Marsh. He's really small for a defensive tackle. 76 overall. One thing I didn't look. Yeah, another redshirt junior. So we're not going to be able to redshirt any of these kids. So we're going to get them for 1 year. They're pretty much grad transfers in a sense. But we'll take this kid as well, even though he's really small. I'd rather put him at defensive end. But I can't because he's 65 speed. So he'll play for sure. No doubt. So we'll accept every one of them. That's going to help fill up the roster a little bit. We still need to get like 25 kids. So we're going to get all 3 of those guys. All right, good deal. Now let's go to returning players. And let's just take a look here what we need. We have Bo Davis, who will probably be our starter at quarterback next season. But we need a lot of depth at quarterback. So we're just going to put QB. That's a must. Bradley Gladhauer, however you want to say his name, that's the transfer. We'll have him for 1 year, and we're going to have Drummer for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think we redshirted him this year, if I'm looking at that correctly. But we still need more help if we get a sophomore. You know, we got Griffin and Cheney. I'm going to put a big plus for QB, halfback, if I can find good ones. It's not a huge need. I'll just put a question mark there. Fullback, one thing I didn't do, I completely forgot. I think I moved it back to balance, if I'm not mistaken. That's okay. I always forget to change that if I feel like I need it. I can change it after recruiting. But I'm not worried about fullback. We don't use them a whole lot. Wide receiver, Josh Morgan. We get him for a year. Also, no, let me look. That's a senior red shirt. So that means, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we got him for 1 year. Kenneth Harris, we're going to have him for 1 year. And there's Clark. But it's a big drop-off after that. So I need to get more legit receivers. So let's just go wide receivers. Tight ends, we all know we need some tight ends. Because my offense next season is just all based off where my talent's at, and I'll adjust accordingly. Because we definitely need some tight ends. So you may be seeing a lot of 4 wide sets next year. I'll definitely put a plus sign there. Offensive line, just huge. I need to put 3 plus signs in the worst way. We got 3 guards and a center. I mean, this is our biggest priority, offensive line. Defensive ends, big time. I'd love to move somebody down here. But we only got 1 defensive end. We got a bunch of defensive tackles, and this is the transfer. But I wouldn't mind trying to find some more guys, especially somebody with some size. I'll put 1 or 2 there. Outside linebacker. I'm trying to look for any of these guys that are decent size who would probably do okay. Like, the best one who would do well, but maybe this kid right here. Marcus Allen. But I got to have him starting next year unless I find somebody else. But we're doing okay at outside linebacker. It's not terrible. But in terms of linebackers in general, I need to find some that can go to defensive end. So I'm going to just make a little note there. Middle linebacker, we're great here. Ernest Potts, he's going to, like, break all kinds of records. Well, he's going to do some great things for us by the time he leaves. Now, this kid right here, I may move him to defensive end if I don't forget. I'm just going to write that note. Let me go over here and just put Marcus Walker to defensive end. Now, he doesn't have very good speed. It's only 70. But he's not playing a whole lot right now as he is. I'd rather get him on the field a whole lot more. And he's big enough. He's strong enough for me to move him down there. This kid would be maybe even better. This may be the ideal kid to move down. Let me just change that. I'd rather have Hardy down there. Let's put Hardy down to defensive end. He will jump big time. I like his speed and I like his weight. Height's not that big of a deal to me. And here's another kid, but he's got 59 speed, so I'm not worried about that. Corner, I would like to have some more bodies. We got Greco and Freeman. Both of them played a ton for us last year, but we need some more guys here for sure. So let's go CB. We'll go probably 2 more. That'd be great. Free safety, our starter next year is going to be sophomore Jerry Green. We had to burn his red shirt. So I wouldn't mind finding somebody better than him. Strong safety, we need help here. We got a senior, and he's a 68 overall. I'd like to find a couple there. We need a kicker, and we need a punter. He's a senior. I don't know if we're going to find anybody who's interested, though. All right, that's the roster. Now, let's go to interested prospects. Now, here, again, before anybody says anything, I'm a 2-star school. I have a recruiting rule. I'm only going to recruit 1 star above my program prestige. Right now, I'm a 2-star, which means I'll only do 3 and above. I'm not going to go after this 5-star kid. It's just goofy. I'm not going to bother. So we'll go 3 and below. That'll give, the Dynasty a lot more longevity in doing so. So let's just start off with athlete. Not much here out of the gate, but one thing I do need to check is the map. We have turned Tennessee into a pipeline. That's good. I would mind turning in Indiana. Only one player for me. Oh, that's current roster. My bad. Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas. That's going to be interesting to see where I can go find some kids. So let's go to... Let's go here. Let's go back to interested prospects. We have an athlete out of Tennessee, Andrew Myers. Always get you athletes if you could find them. Let's check out this guy. 6'5", 225. Awareness is really good. I mean, I got 225 points. I actually have enough to do some serious scouting, so I don't actually mind scouting. Let's scout this guy. 4'5'2". Oh, yeah. This kid's the real deal. Big time. I am going to go ahead and put a scholarship on him. We'll just do... Location was done really well for me in the last go-round, so let's do location. Programmer stage, we're just not good enough yet to really use it. So again, I'm going to do location for a lot of these guys. Either that or playing time out of the gate. Let's check out this athlete. If he's got some speed, he's worth going after. Another kid out of Tennessee. His speed went down. He's got amazing hands. He's 6'4", 215. I don't know if he is a wide receiver. I'm guessing he is of some sort, but I'll definitely take this kid. I'd rather take a chance on a guy like this than anybody else. But we'll do the low points until we figure out what he likes. The kid out of Illinois, I mean, 6'3", 234. I don't mind scouting. He's a one-star, but that's the only... Just because he's an athlete, I'll bother. Everything kind of went down for this kid. So I'm not going to bother with him. Quarterback. Only 2 of them. Here's a kid out of New Hampshire. Now here I may have to reach a little bit to see if these guys can do anything. Let's go scout prospect. That's not good enough. He's slow and he can't throw all that well, so I'm not going to bother. Fort Knox, Kentucky. It would be awesome if this kid somehow could do something. Now, look at his 40 time. 4.56. Scout him. 4.65. I don't think it's worth going. I mean, 4.65, you can run a little option and stuff with him. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to give him a scholarship, though. He may be like a last-second guy I may go after. Otherwise... His pass accuracy... No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. His pass accuracy is a C, not bad. He's got a terrible arm. His arm strength is a D-. That means he can't throw more than 5 yards. But if I was going to run true triple option type stuff, he may be worth going after. But otherwise, I'm not going to bother putting a scholarship on him. Halfback, I can't go after the 4 stars. We got to go down to the 2s. Now, according to my notes, I don't know if any of these guys are worth putting in the points. Let me just skip halfback for now. It's not a huge priority. Wide receiver is for me. Let's look at the fullbacks real quick. Kid out of Canada, kid out of Ohio. I don't really need fullbacks. It's just fullbacks are fine in this game. It depends on which offense you run. Sometimes they block well, sometimes they don't. Like this kid right here. He's got his 3rd, but he's a pure, he says he's a receiving guy. 4.78, he's got really good hands, so you may be able to do some like spider 2 wide banana stuff, but I'm not going to put a scholarship on him. No wide receivers. Maybe that's because we just didn't throw the ball well. That's the only thing I could think of in terms of like stats. Stat-wise, we didn't do well, but you see with halfback, we got plenty of halfbacks. And here, let me just show you. We got 4 halfbacks, so the depth chart is fine. It's kind of full. But when you go back to interested prospects, you go to halfbacks, there's quite a few who are interested. So no receivers. I'm hoping that these 2 athletes may be playing some receiver for me next year. I'm hoping, if we get them. But not one receiver is interested. I'm not too worried about that. We got transfers, so we're actually okay at wide receiver. I wouldn't mind having a true freshman, though, that you can build on, but that's okay. Here's a tight end out of Minnesota. This doesn't help whatsoever. We can check here, see if he's got anything. He's slow. 4.88 just isn't very good. He's got B hands. But it looks like he's destined to go to Minnesota or Iowa. You just never know when you scout a kid, but I'm not going to put any points on him. All right, here's where we get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's our most important stuff. We're going to go with these 5 guys. These 3. We're going to look at these 3. James Moore, Tennessee kid, 6'7", 306. We'll 715 on the squat. My goodness. We'll definitely put a scholarship on this kid. We'll do location still. I want to get that one out of the way. Next up is Howard Bailey, kid out of Missouri. I actually wouldn't mind turning this into a pipeline. It's close. He's not very big, but we need bodies. I can't be too picky at this point, I'm afraid. So I actually don't mind putting points on him. We'll do location again. We got, okay, yeah. Kid out of Somerset, Kentucky. That's real close to me. That's pretty cool. 6'2", 287. I'll go ahead and put a scholarship on just because we need the bodies on the line. Unless, here's a 1-star kid out of Kentucky, 6'6", 284. Like 460, 555. 555, that's really lightweight compared to these other guys. Not one guard is interested. That's not good. And only one center. He's a JUCO. I have no choice. Pikeville, Kentucky is kind of close to where I live as well. I'm not a big fan of getting JUCOs, but at this point, I feel like we got no choice. I'll go ahead and scout him. I'm just curious. We got a ton of points to play with. I'll definitely put a scholarship on him. We just need the help. All right, defensive end. We got a lot to look at. I'm not a big fan of going after true defensive ends, but we're only down to 1 guy, so we kind of have no choice. So let's go after the local guys. Let's look here. Mississippi, Alabama, Washington, Illinois. That kid's way too small. He's 6'6", but 217. That just doesn't cut it. 6'7", 249. I'm just curious to see what this guy looks like. He's... Alabama. I may have to recruit some in Alabama. That guy's still way too light and he's a JUCO. New York, Texas, Arizona. We're now getting into the 2-star territory. Not a whole lot to look at. Here's a kid out of Missouri. 482. That's just too slow. I will probably... Let's just keep going to some other positions for now. How many points do I have? I got 143. I'm good. Defensive tackle. I wouldn't mind having 1 or 2. Here's another JUCO out of Tennessee. He's very small. I want some size. And it looks like he's destined to go to Ohio State. He really wants to go. I want to find a big kid local. Like this kid right here. This guy would be perfect for us. 6'2", 303. Height and weight matter in this game. Just kind of curious. I'll probably be wasting my time on some of the scouting points, but I got plenty of points to deal with, I think. Another JUCO, but he's too small. I mean, look at this. 6'3", 230. Defensive tackle. That's just too small. Outside linebacker, according to my notes, I want somebody with some size. We're not probably going to find it here. But here's another kid out of Tennessee. If this kid is fast, I don't mind going after him. 4'6", 5. Team overview, outside linebacker. We're kind of loaded there. Oh, we're okay, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's just go straight to middle linebacker. Only 1 middle linebacker is interested. But look at his size. I need to take a drink here. Nate McDaniel, in-state prospect. 4'8", but he would be a legit defensive end. 4'8" is not super fast for me, but it may be good enough. So I'm going to put points on him or give him a scholarship. I like what I saw there. Corner. Let's look at some local, tall, fast kids if we can. West Virginia, let's look at... I need some height and some speed. A lot of these guys are really fast. Like, I may have to take a chance on this kid just for his speed alone. I'm just looking at the states right now. Illinois, Kentucky, 5'9", Kentucky, and that's it. None of these guys are super tall except this kid out of South Carolina. Let's recruit. If this guy's really fast, I'll stick 4.31. That's pretty fast, and it looks like he wants to come here. West Virginia, that's a little... I may go after this kid. I may after... Yeah. I may go after that kid. Both of them are out of West Virginia. I just now realized that. I'm going to leave it as 6'170". The vertical, let's just go after this kid. I like him more than the rest of them for now. I may go back to the other kid later on if needed. Again, here's a kid out of Virginia. We can... Yeah, he's just way too slow. Let's go further. Free safety, nobody. That's frightening. Strong safety, we need help here in the worst way. Here's a kid out of Tennessee, 6'3", 202. It's like we have a chance, but Virginia Tech is way up there. But I like what I see, though. A lot of his numbers went down a little bit, but we still need somebody. I like his size big time. Let's just do location. Wisconsin, then again Alabama. Here's a kid out of, that's a 1-star. I'm not gonna bother. We need a couple guys though, don't we? Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Vermont. I mean, this guy's... Ooh, wow, that actually came out all right. 4'4", His squat is much higher. For a 1-star kid, that's actually not too bad. 4'4". I'm going to recruit this kid. Now, we can check his... It's us in Eastern Kentucky. I want this kid. I think we do well with him. All right. Kicker. Well, how can we get a kicker if none of them are interested in me? Well, that's scary. I mean, we got no kicker or punter. So we got to hope week 2 really falls for us. For sure. So now what we got to do is, let's just go back. We got plenty of points. We got 89 points. So we're going to go back and look and see if we may need to add any more. We could do scouting points. We could get some of them out of the way. Let's just keep going here. My trigger buttons are going really fast. We looked at these two guys. Neither one I don't think is worth it. I mean, the arms talent is just so bad between both of them. C+ across the board just isn't good enough. He's out of New Hampshire. I'm not going to bother. We may need to look at the halfback stuff. I forgot we bypassed this on purpose. So let's just go after some local kids. Here's a 3-star. Let me just make sure. Yeah, here's a 2-star. Matt Williams. Let's just scout him for now. Ohio. Let's scout this kid. Rhode Island. West Virginia. I don't mind going after the West Virginia kid. That's kind of far away from us. Kind of, sort of. It's right beside us. Don't get me wrong. But I don't mind it. A JUCO kid. I don't want to. Ohio. We may have to start just recruiting Ohio a little bit more. Here's the Indiana kid. Now we're getting to the 1-star. So let's just look at some of these and see if we need to put any scholarships on any of them. This guy's 40 time went down big time. His hands went up. His squat is really good. Just a balanced running back. I don't mind going after him. We need some help there. I mean, just some future bodies. We got plenty of scholarships to give. 4.35. The guy can't catch. He's a little scutterbug. Nothing right there really impresses me, though, in the grand scheme of things. But we got a chance. You know, we're kind of right there with everybody else. Rhode Island. Okay, West Virginia kid, 4.35. His hands are pretty good. 5'10", 180. I may have to turn West Virginia to a pipeline. I don't think he produces a ton of talent. Those two corners we're looking at from earlier were from West Virginia. We need skill players. So I actually don't mind going after some more of these guys if needed. Tucker Long. I like his speed, so let's just go ahead and put one on him. JUCO, I didn't want to bother. Kid out of Ohio, 4.56. A- hands, but that's just kind of slow. And then we're getting to uncharted territory with the 1-stars. I don't want to bother there. I think we're past that point. Let's go next to fullback. I mean, I just don't feel like we need a fullback. He's got A- hands, but A- hands for a fullback is like 58 or a 62. So I just don't know if I like his size. 5'11", 249. That's a stocky kid. Now you look here, fullback. We got two, but they're seniors. We actually probably need somebody here. So let's just go ahead and do the minimum for him. We can't, this tight end, I feel like I got no choice but to go after him because, we need tight ends on the field, on our roster, or they're going to give us walk-on. So I feel like I have no choice but to put a scholarship on him. Because look, we got one tight end who's terrible. We need a minimum of 2, I think, right now. We're good at tackle. I like those 3 went after. Defensive end. Did we just not bother? Okay, let's spend the rest of our time on these defensive ends. I think that's all that's left. Before I do that, let me go to that corner one more time. Let's go after this corner as well. I think it's worth it. Let's just put a scholarship on him. Let's just get the scholarships out of the way. And then we'll go back to defensive ends. Maybe we'll find a 3-star that's got some speed about him because we need some bodies there. Because, look, we literally have 1 on the roster. Oh, kid out of Louisiana. I just wasted points there. I don't want to go that far down. Washington, New York, Texas. I thought we went through all these. We may have. Mississippi, I may have no choice. 469, that's, not terrible. Kid out Alabama, that's not too far. Washington, Illinois. Illinois is kind of it's kind of a border state to us. But he's really light. 473, Chris Hopkins. JUCO, Texas. I know we went through these the first time. Kid out of Virginia. 469. His awareness is terrible, though. 360, 470. Missouri, 482. Another kid out of Virginia. We may have to turn Virginia to a pipeline. I may have no choice. Maryland, we're still in the 2-star territory. Texas, Florida, Indiana, really light. I'm not going to bother. Pinecrest, Tennessee, 2-star kid, but he's slow. Ohio, 475. I'm not. Let's just go back up to the very top. Let me see. These guys are too far away for me to bother. Let's go after this kid, Travis Reese. We'll just give him the minimum until we figure out what they like. Oh, yeah, we can stay here. Alabama, 473. He's not very big. 234 is good enough, but that 473. His awareness is fine. His bench is pretty good, or his squat. 469. But he's like, I hate going after true defensive ends, but I have no choice this go around. Let's go after this out 473. I'm going to wait. We got 13 points left. I want to use those points. Let's go to our current targets. And the guy, like, we want more than anybody else, let's put points on him because you just never know. Yeah, I got some points to spend on some of these. Let's look at... We need help in the worst way at some of these tackle spots, like this Moore kid. I don't mind putting the max there on him. And another tackle. We need offensive linemen in the worst way. We're down to 5 points. Strong safety, we need help there. This athlete. We're down to 3 points. I think we can't use them anywhere. I could be dead wrong. Where's that other athlete? I think I won't be able to use these points anywhere. And we could do 2 points. We could do 2 points for some of these kids. So let me go back up to the very top. Let's see. Keep going. I'm just trying to max out my points as best I can. You never know. 2, 3 points is all it takes. So this center. Yes, let's do the center. We definitely need help at the center position. So we're down to 2 points. We can't use those anywhere else. Advance to the next week. All right. So this should be interesting. Quarterback, it looks like that's not going to happen. Unless, but again, week 2 is the big week for us. Halfback, I think we're going to get a couple kids. Wide receiver, I think those athletes will probably end up being wide receivers. Tight end, I'm scared to death of that. You may just see nothing but 4 wide next year. Offensive lineman, as many bodies as we can get. Defensive end, I may have to get some of those true defensive ends. Defensive tackle, we put a couple scholarships on some kids that I liked okay. Linebacker, we don't really need many, but we need to find future defensive ends. And I didn't really see any. I put a couple scholarships on that one guy that was really big. I forgot his name. Corner, we're going after a couple kids out of West Virginia. Free safety, there was none. That's a big concern. Quarterback and free safety, I just didn't see anybody. No kickers. Surely, though, you got to think about this. Surely, though, somebody in week 2 got upset that we didn't go after him. Punter, let's hope we find somebody there. I would love to get somebody to commit out of that first week, but it's really hard to have somebody commit that first week. I don't know what to do about that. I've done it before, but I think you just got to get lucky, or I don't know. I mean, it's just hard to figure out how to get them, because that's like, it feels like it's a wasted week that you could have got some commitments. But either way, one day I may be able to figure that out. I care more about just getting all my scouting out of the way and such. And there you go, no commitments, as expected. All right, let's go to current targets. Let's pay attention here. Now, we stayed at the top spot for this corner out of West Virginia. We are number 1 on his list, and he didn't like location, though. So let's go ahead and do... I can't do the prestiges. Our prestiges are terrible, but we may have no choice. We can try that at a later time. Let's just try playing time for him. We went up for this tackle, and he loves location. That's what we want to see. So let's do 16 for now for that kid. We went up for this tackle. Let's do playing time. We went up for this defensive end. We're kind of neck and neck with a handful of teams. Let's just do playing time, get the 2 immediates out of the way. Strong safety. Nothing changed. It looks like we have a chance with Virginia Tech, though. Would love to have this kid. We just got to figure out what he likes. Cornerback, we moved up for him. Virginia Tech is still kind of leading there by one. I would love to have him because look at that speed, 4.20. He loved our location. That's a gift. We'll take that. We went up for this athlete. But man, looks like he wants to go to Alabama badly. So we can try... I may put like a bunch of extra points on him just in case, because it looks like he's wanting to go to Alabama. But we're going to try, though. Defensive tackle, nothing changed, but it looks like we're neck and neck with Tennessee. And he loves our location. Good deal. Now you know why I went with location. A lot of these 1, 2, and some 3-star kids love the location stuff. Next up, we moved up for this center, and we're at the top spot, which is good. And he loves our location. I think we're going to get this kid. Dan Adkins. I hope we do. He'll start for us, probably. Next up, we moved up for this defensive end. I wish the arrows were showed up right here, but they don't. Either way, we're at the top spot for this defensive end. I think it's worth, and he likes our location. Yeah, we got no choice. I may have to put those points down just to go after some other guys. Let's see. Halfback. We went, let's see, let's just, right here. Yeah. Halfback, we moved up for Matt Williams. He was probably my favorite of the bunch. And we're at the top spot, but we don't know what he likes yet. Let's just go, let's go back and look at this. Kansas State, Eastern, Western. I don't know what he likes, to be honest. Sometimes you can kind of tell what he's going after. You just never know. Let's just do... He's not going to get any playing time, but we'll just do the... Yeah, we'll just do playing time for now. We moved up for this tackle. And looks like we got a chance. We're still in 3rd spot. We just don't know what he likes. When we moved up for this halfback, Tucker Long out of West Virginia. We're at number 1 for him, and he likes our location. Now, what I may have to put 8 on some of these because we got to use a bunch of points for our week 2 guys. Fullback, we went down for him for whatever reason, but he liked our location. Let's just do 8 points for now. I don't know what that means. We still may have a chance at him. But pay special attention to him that we went down on for whatever reason. We moved up for this athlete. Looks like we got a chance against Ole Miss. And he likes our location. Let's just do 8 for now. Here's a strong safety that I didn't mind going after. We're at the top of his list. And he likes our location. Let's do 8. Middle linebacker. Nothing changed. And we're still in 3rd place. But he likes our location. Let's do 8. Now let's just go back up to the very top and save some points for these other guys. We don't know about him. Let's do 8. I'll change these later. But I need some points to use on our week 2 stuff. Like this kid right here, let's go down to 8, save some points there. We'll do 8 points here. We'll do 8 points. We'll do 8 points. Again, I need these points for the diamonds in the rough, the guys who just liked us but just didn't have us in their top 5 for whatever reason. And I think we're good for the rest of these. Yes, okay. We're good. So we got 92 points. We may have to use some more later on. Let's just see. So let's go to all prospects. And here's where it just takes a while. It is what it is, but you have to go through this because you just never know. So let's just see if anybody's interested. Here's a 3-star kid out of California. I don't mind scouting him. We'll scout him. That's as far as we'll go with it because you just never know. He may... Now, he looks like he's got some high bars, so we may not have a chance there. He looks like a wide receiver, though. Bill Spence. 3-star, another kid out of California. I can't do that. They cost way too much points. Let's just keep going. If we can find anybody that's kind of close. Kid out of Idaho. Just can't do it. That's just too far out. I probably wasted the points on that other California kid. Let's see. Athletes, I'm willing to go down to the 1-star because you just never know. One of them still might be good because I've had plenty of 2-star kids do great things for us down the road. I wish you can go down faster with these, but you can't. That's just the way the game's programmed. Just got to keep going. Like, here's a 2-star kid out of Maryland, though. I mean, I'm not going to... That's just too far out. I don't think it's worth it. Now we're down to the 1-star. There we go. For some reason, I was able to hold it down at a different angle. All right, nothing there. And one thing I did need to do, go back up to current targets. I completely forgot about this. We got... that tight end went to Minnesota. We kind of expected that, so let's remove him. I completely forgot about that. All right, back to all prospects we go. Quarterback. Geez. I hope we can find somebody here. Down to the 3-star already. Again, we didn't throw the ball well. It's not that you throw the ball enough, it's that you throw the ball well. Remember, we had the #1 rushing attack in the country, and what happened? We got a bunch of halfbacks interested. Now, here's a JUCO kid out of Maryland. We can scout him and see. There's nothing special. He's got decent arm strength, but that's about it. But a lot of his interest bars were down. So maybe you can squeeze in there, but I didn't see anything too exciting with that kid. This isn't a huge need for us. I just need more bodies. Not this year, it isn't. Like, here's a kid out of Wisconsin. Just not a very good arm. He's a lefty. That'd be cool to roll with, but just nothing there to get excited about. And we looked at this kid, Dan Hurst out of New Hampshire. Pretty much the same player, same arm. I'm going to go down to the 1-stars. You just never know. You may find a kid that's either super fast or may have like a really good accuracy. Or like kid out of Connecticut. Why would this kid be interested? He's going to Connecticut. Like, see, he's got great arm strength. I'm not going to redshirt or scout him. It's not worth it. He's too far out anyways. So nothing looks good on the quarterback front. I saw nothing there that was worth going after. What worries me, though, is when you go back to returning players... I feel like maybe we got no choice. Maybe we need to go after some kids. What if he goes down? We may have to put in a freshman. So okay. So we probably need to go get some more guys. So let's just go. Let me go back to instant prospects. Let's go to quarterback. This 2-star kid out of New Hampshire. C+. Let's just go after him. I feel like we got no choice. But to put a scholarship on him. And then we'll go back to all prospects. And I hate to go through this again, but let's go after a couple of those other C+ guys. I'm sorry if you have to go through this. Feel free to skip if you need to. But I got no choice. I forgot we need bodies more than anything else. I can't be too picky. And I forgot which ones I went after. I scouted them. Never mind. I already done my scouting. So if they're interested, they'll show up. So we don't have to do that. So let's do the halfbacks. We may find somebody pretty decent here. Very good chance we will. Because look at all these halfbacks that are, well, what I said earlier. Like, here's a 2-star kid. Kid out of Tyler, Texas. They produce some good talent in Tyler, but that's way down south. Too far away. It's not worth it. I'm not going to go down to the ones. Like, here's a 2-star kid. Opp, Alabama. 4.48. His speed went down big time. His hands went down. Bench went down. Squat went down. He's just nothing special about that guy. Nothing great. How many points do I got? 63. Like, here's a 2-star kid. Pennsylvania. Really small. And he's probably not very fast. I'm not going to bother. I think we're good at halfbacks. I'm not too worried about it. Fullback, I'm not going to bother. They just don't produce... The game itself doesn't produce good fullback prospects, so I'm not going to waste my time on it. I care more about some other positions. Like wide receiver, we're not going to look at... Nobody's interested, and that's because we had like the worst passing game in the country last year. But that's... You know, it's very stat-driven. Again, it's not how much you throw, it's how well you throw. And look, no interest bars whatsoever. Like, there's a couple guys, but again, no up or down arrows. Just absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. That's disappointing. Now, you would think we just won the tight end award, and then we may be able to find a tight end who may be interested. It wouldn't shock me if we don't. I could be wrong. I just don't think we will. Because, again, they care more about the receiving yards total as a team. Tight end, again, look at this. No interest bars. Of course, these are all 4 and 5 stars, but we need a body here. We're going to have to put walk-ons, and that's the last thing I want to do. Like, here's a 2-star kid. I feel like we got no choice, but we'll scout him. I'm not going to put a scholarship on him. We'll wait. If he puts us in his top 5, then we will. Jay Minor. I forgot to write these down. I've scouted some of these non-top 5 guys. He's a tight end, too. Let me just put tight end. I forgot to write down the names of the other ones, but that's okay. It's easy to forget. Let's keep going. We'll take anybody at this point because we need the bodies. I got to go down to the 1-star. I have no choice. But even then, we didn't throw the ball well enough. So it is what it is there. Let's look at tackles. Here is some 3-star kids. North Carolina kid. Rhode Island. They're all kind of small, so I'm not going to bother. But we kind of need bodies there, so I may have no choice. Kid out of Missouri. I guess I need bodies, so let's just go up and just scout them. When in doubt, just scout them, and just that way we have them. It's not going to hurt anything. This is a priority for us anyways. At least we got to show them some attention. So you got to keep going. Got to find players. Anything. We ordered going after that kid. We scouted that kid. And how many I got 4 scholarships left. I wish we could find some guards, but 6'3". Oh, this kid right here. Gosh, we got to have this kid. He wants to go to Western. And the bar's kind of high, but maybe we have a chance. Noah Holmes, I'll write him down. Again, I keep forgetting to write these guys' names down. It's not super important. All we got to do is just go back and look at our interested prospects and see if anybody new came up. We've already looked at that guy. Here's another 2-star kid out of Ohio. Jay Ford, tackle. Jay Ford. We're down to 30 points. Ah, man. I'm going to have to start being picky. So what we're going to do, since I'm only down to a few points, we got to look. We're going to look at offensive line. We're going to look at any linebackers. Defensive ends, we're not going to bother. Defensive tackles, I'm not going to bother. Look at this. Like, just no guards are interested in me whatsoever. Now I have no choice but to be picky on some of these. But we need some bodies here in the worst way. Hopefully we can get that one center. Just nothing. Look at this. Absolutely nothing. But I'm going to go down to the 2 stars. Plenty of guards in this game, that's for sure. Look at all this. I mean, there's 300 of them. 200 at least. And nobody seems interested. Okay, center. Sometimes they can play guard for you. Hopefully they're local. I have no choice but to start doing that. Like, here's a kid out of Ohio. I got no choice. May have to play guard if we somehow looks up and likes us. Defensive end, I'm not going to bother. Defensive tackle, I'm not worried about. We got bodies there. I'm not worried about that. Middle linebacker, here's where you find your best defensive ends. I don't mind going through these. Here's 3-star, but just see if anybody's interested. Doesn't look it yet. Here's a 2-star kid. It's 5'11", 205, South Carolina. I'm not going to bother. I think he was a JUCO too. Here's a 2-star, 6'4", 232. Wow, this kid is the real deal. John Mitchell, middle linebacker. I like his size. His speed's incredible for a middle linebacker. 4'5", 2. Dang. Maybe we'll look out and he'll put us in his top 5. All his bars are low, interest bars. Here's a 2-star kid, 6'2", 232 out of Minnesota. I'm not going to do it. It's too far up. And then from there, free safety. Like, oh, I missed somebody. Massachusetts, no. Too far out. Down to the 1-star. Corner. I'm not overly worried about this, to be honest. Free safety. This is a big need for us. If we could find somebody that's halfway interested, that would be great. And then kicker. Kicker's actually more important. How many points do I got? I got 18 points. Let's go straight to... See, look at all these strong safeties that are interested. They're a 4-star. I'm not going to do it. Kicker is a real big deal for us. Let's go to these first. Surely there's one kicker that got upset that we didn't go after him. Or anything. Not a one. Not one kicker. Maybe there's a punter and it's not looking good. So we're going to have a walk-on kicker. But what do you do about it? There's nothing you can do. Nobody's interested on special teams. Not a one. Okay. Looks like we're going to have some walk-ons then. Like, okay, we got some strong safeties that are interested. New Jersey, Minnesota, Georgia, Illinois. We may look at one of those two here in a minute. Here's another 3. Texas, Iowa, Michigan. Here's a 2-star. Let me look at that. South Carolina. Let's go up to one of these guys. Iowa, Michigan, Texas. I think it was these two. Georgia and Illinois. Let's scout both. I'm not going to put his points on them yet. And then I got 6 points left. Let's put it on our free safety. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to put any extra points on the guys we're going after, but hopefully they can hold on for one more week. That'd be great. Because we need help at free safety. Like, here's a 2-star kid out of Virginia. 426. Dang. We'll go up here in a minute and look. Okay, yeah, let's just go up and put a scout or a. Let's scout that kid. That's local enough. Again, the more local you keep it, the cheaper your points are spending them. That's why I'm staying local as best I can. Virginia, and that's still technically, geographically, that's actually far away from us because we're on the far west side of Kentucky. But it's still just 6 points. 437. Oh, yeah, that's really fast for a free safety. Would love to have that kid. His awareness is terrible. All right, we're out of points, so let's just hope for the best here. Now, all that's left is the remaining weeks. We just try to adjust our points as best as we can and try to get commitments. I'd love to get some commitments this go round. That way you can use your points elsewhere in the future. Future weeks, that is. But it's not looking good at kicker, free safety, strong safety, offensive line. Tight end looks terrible. We're going to be hurting big time. And the problem is the game forces walk-ons on your roster if you can't fill those spots. Because you got to have a minimum on the depth chart every position. So if I don't get enough tight ends, they're going to put a walk-on that I can't get rid of. He'll be on the team forever. Which stinks, but that's just part of the game. I halfway understand why they do that. Because they don't want you to be without a player at a position, but still. It stinks when you got a walk-on that you can't do anything with. But there's nothing you could do, for example, at kicker, when no kicker in the country is even interested in you. And you have no kickers. So it looks like our punter is going to be kicking punts and kickoffs. These are our entire special teams, apparently. All right, cross your fingers. Maybe we'll get a commitment or two. I don't know if we will. We didn't put a ton of points in the guys that were interested. But we get Howard Bailey, tackle. We'll take him. We need him. Missouri, and Andrew Myers. This kid right here, 6'5", 225. I don't know what he's going to be, but he's going to be something. He's a monster. I mean, is he got defensive end possibly? We're going to find out. I'm super excited to see what will happen with him. All right, current targets. Let's go down to the very end and get rid of some guys. Nope, nobody committed elsewhere. We're down to 4 scholarships. We're still number 1 for Campbell. We just don't know what he likes. Let's do coaching style. We are neck and neck with Vanderbilt for this kid. I love to have this tight end. Let's do 8 points for now, just in case we got to use them elsewhere. We'll move up if needed. Playing time for this kid. That's a good pick there. Let's do 8 for now. Playing time. I told you, if you're a bad team, 1, 2-star, whatever, playing time and location are your first 2 you need to go after. Location. I think we got a chance for a lot of these kids. Look at this. We'll do Western again. I just don't know what he likes. And we're at the top of the list at least, but we'll do 1 for now until we figure out what he likes. We'll do 8. Look at all this. Awesome. Coaching style for this kid. We can look and see Western, North Carolina, Michigan, Florida. Not really sure, but we'll take him. We're still going after him anyways. We're number 2 for this kid, but he likes Cincinnati a little bit better right now. Look at all this. Jeez. Location is a killer. We'll do playing time for this kid out of New Hampshire. Got no choice. I don't really like the kid a whole lot, but we need bodies there. Here's another location. Okay. So, tight end, defensive end. So now what we're going to do is go back to interested prospects and look and see. Here's Bill Spence. Here's the kid out of California that we scouted. And we're going to go at 4'8", 6'6", 216. I don't know what he's good at, but we'll put him somewhere. We're going to put a scholarship on him. We might as well. We'll do Colorado. Let's do playing time. I don't know what he likes. Let's just do playing time. This 1-star kid, I feel like we need to just go ahead and take a chance on. Let's just go ahead and do it. Just because he's an athlete. You never know. quarterback. There you go. The kid out of Maryland, we scouted him. Let's just go ahead and go after him. Let's do... What's he like? Then New Mexico State of all places. Who knows? Let's just go... Let's go location. We're just kind of taking a chance on that one. Here's a kid out of Wisconsin. Remember, we scouted him. That's why you do the week 2 stuff for reasons like this. C+ across the board. Honestly, for what we've dealt with, that's actually not bad. He's a lefty. Scholarships remaining. Let's wait. I'm going to take my scholarship off of this kid because we... let's withdraw the offer for right now. He may get upset over that, but let's just wait. Like, here's these... Okay, we already looked at those. Fullback, no. Tight end. This is the Illinois kid. We got to have this kid. Let's just do playing time. We got to put a scholarship on. We got no choice. Tackle. Here are a couple of 3-star. Here's a... maybe we already went after them. Let's see. Holmes and Ford. That's why you write these names down. I don't see them. Here it is. Holmes and Ford. There they are. Right there. I think we got a chance either way. Now, I'm going after a bunch of tackles. We need them, though, don't we? We need them. We're down 2 scholarships left. 1 scholarship. Holmes and Ford. 585. We got to go after this kid, I'm afraid. Let's just wait. I'm going to put a dash by him. Let's go look at that middle linebacker. Oh, here's that center we looked at. Kid at Ohio. 6'3", 294. 430, 620. 465, 555. His squat's terrible. Man, that's bad. But we need the bodies there. I'm down to 1 scholarship. That's a good problem to have. You only got 1 scholarship left because you're doing a pretty good job on the rest of them. Let's go to that middle linebacker. John Mitchell, this is him. I told you, we put him as top 5. I want to go after this kid. I like what I see here. He's super fast. He can play middle linebacker, defensive end. I think it's well worth it. Now, Virginia, I don't know if any of these kids, like this free safety. This was the kid we went after. But we can't look at his stuff because we don't have any scholarships left. So we're down to that. So what's left is, since I'm down to how many points? I got 69. Let's go back to current targets, and let's bump up all these for the rest of these guys. Who's my... There we go. Let's do 16. 16. I'm going to do is for pretty much the best ones I can get, these 3-star kids. We'll do location, or 16. Location. Location. We'll do 15 for him. Let's do 8. Let's keep it at 8. Well, no, he's a center. We kind of need him. Let's do 15 for him. And I think we're kind of maxed out with everybody else. I could do some more scouting, but I don't know where you'd want to put him. Let's do 8 points for that guy. Tight end, let's do 8 for him. I can't do any more than that. I'm down to 2 points. Okay, I don't think I can use those 2 points anywhere. All right, that was an amazing week. If you think about it, if we could get any more commitments out of this little group right here, we're going to be really smooth sailing. And the good problem is we didn't have enough scholarships to go after some of these week 2 guys. So we either need a bunch of guys to commit or some of them to commit elsewhere so we can use those scholarships on other players. It's got to be one or the other. I don't want anybody lingering, sitting on the pot, either poop or get off the pot. We need one or the other. So this class may turn out all right. Unfortunately, we just couldn't find any kickers or punter, and I just don't know what to do about that. So they're going to give us a walk-on. That means we're going to have to do more high kick stuff. We're still not talented enough to do basic kickoff returns or kickoff defensive things. I think we're going to get enough offensive linemen. We've already got 1 tackle. We got that tackle, and we got an athlete. Let me put athlete here. let's just put a 1 and a 1. Let's do that. Let's make that easier. Let's go 1, 1. I'll do a little tally. All right, cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get like 12 guys to commit. That would be amazing. And this is only week 3. Hoping for the best here. I guess it goes to show you didn't need those bowl games. I mean, I want to go to a bowl. The team deserved it. All right, good deal. Got another tackle. That's the kid we battled with Vanderbilt for. Another athlete. I'm all about getting those athletes. And here's that kid out of New Hampshire. Quarterback. He's got a C-plus arm across the board. And we got a defensive tackle, the big kid. Yes, I want size of defensive tackle. Okay, so that is 6 commitments. Let's continue. Let's go back to current targets. And let's just look here. Did anybody go down? Are we up on everybody? And nobody committed elsewhere. So I don't know what any of that means. Because if you look at the team overview, we still don't have any scholarships left. So it's... I don't know if this kid's going to commit or not. We still can't find what he likes. Let's just do program prestige. I'm afraid he's not going to commit anywhere. I could be dead wrong. Let's just go to program prestige. I don't know what else is left. Bill Spence. He liked our playing time. Jeez. He's an athlete. I got to do it. I got to go after the playing time. The athletes. All right. This defensive end is ready to commit. He just needs to do so. Let's just do 8 for now. Look at this. Playing time for this strong safety. That well, he may have liked playing time last week and I just forgot. Which is fine. Location. Let's do 8 until we'll go back up for some of these. Because we're not going to have enough points to put elsewhere. Halfback. I don't know if this kid's going to commit. He's not moving the bar at all. Let's do program prestige. I just don't know if he likes anything. This kid's going to commit, you would think. Let's just go ahead and do 15 for him. This tackle does not... It's a negative. So we're going to withdraw that offer. I'm actually glad we saw that. Now this kid right here, John Mitchell, everything's still low. His bar is low, but he likes our location. I'm going to give him a shot one more time. But let's see if that bar goes up much. Let's just put a star by him, and I'm just curious to see. I mean, the bar has to get really high in order for him to commit somewhere. So I don't know. This tight end, let's do location. I don't know what he likes. I'm afraid we're not going to get him anyways. This may be the one halfback we'll end up getting. Let's do 8. We'll do 8 for this kid. Frank Cruz. Again, I don't know if I'm wasting my time on. We haven't been able to go above this kid, so I'm going to withdraw my offer. I'm not worried about fullback. That's just not super important for us. Strong safety is. We're number 1 for this athlete, but I don't know if the bar is going much high or not. I just can't really tell. So let's just go playing time for now. This kid, he should commit to us eventually. I don't know when he's going to, but he needs to. Okay, so we got 2 scholarships left. Let's use them on 2 guys. Defensive end and kicker, again, there's just no kicker interested. Like, we can go back to all prospects. I'm curious to see if that ever changes. I always think it's a week 2 deal, and that's it. The last time I checked, none of these guys went up or down or anything. No, it just didn't happen. So let's just go back to interested prospects. All right, athletes, we're good there. We still may get 2 more. Quarterback, we got 1 in. And one of these athletes may be a decent quarterback. You never know. Just because it didn't say throwing power accuracy stats at you doesn't mean they can't play quarterback. Because if I'm not mistaken, my Yale quarterback, what's his name? I forgot. It showed that he wasn't even a quarterback yet. He was actually able to play decent quarterback for us. We're going after 2 guys there. I'm not worried about that. Fullback, I'm not worried. Wide receiver, it just didn't happen. We're going after... We already got 2 tackles committed. I would like to get more like this. He committed elsewhere. We need more linemen. Rhode Island. 6'3", 270. I'm just not... Was this the kid that, yeah, he didn't like our coaching style. 6'3", 215. Why didn't I go after this kid? I'd rather go after this kid. Let's just... we may have a chance on him. No, oh, this is the kid. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the kid that we had in the week 2. So we're definitely going to put a scholarship on this kid. I'm going to put 8 on him, and we're going to go location. Yeah, that's right. And then the Mitchell kid. I think we already put a... No, we already got a scholarship on him. We didn't have guard or center. Defensive end, I'm not going to bother. We got the defense tackle. 1-star kids. We're good there. I think it was a free safety, this Knox kid. Let's put one on him. We need, yes, we definitely need to put somebody here. Let's do playing time for him. Okay, now we're down to 36 points. Let's put those on some guys, on some current targets. I'm not going to put any more on that kid. Defensive end, 4'6'9". We need some help there, don't we? Let's just do 16. Strong safety, we need help big time there. Corner, I'll leave it at 8 for now. Let's just leave it at 8 for now. I'd rather put points on somebody that we really need. Here's another defensive end. I'll leave it at 8. Don't know about Williams. Center, we got about 15. This Mitchell kid, I just don't know if he's... if I can't find anybody else to put points on, I'll probably put him on here and just see what happens. Tight end, don't know yet. That's not a huge need for us. Strong safety, I may... Nate McDaniel. Yeah, let's put it on him. That's 13 points. So the rest of it, I'm going to do that. I'm down to 7 points. Let's do this tight end, and I'm down to 5 points. I've maxed out there, and let's do 4 points for Matt Williams. Yeah, so now we're down to 2. We can't use those anywhere else. We've used up all our scholarships, all of our points. We are good to go. Advance to the next week. All right, let's get a few more guys. That'd be great. Now, we got 3 transfers plus these 3 guys, these 6, so we got 9. I would love to have about 20 more. Or actually, no, I take that back. About 10 more. About a dozen would be great. That would fill up the class a little bit better because we're right now, we technically need, what, 30 of them? Was it 41? So maybe 29 of them. Of course, we're not going to get 29 guys. 20 plus would be great. But we got a bunch of guys here who have a plus sign on one of their pitches, so we should be able to get them, I would think. At least some of them. So that's one thing I've learned about all this. Offensively, if you need wide receivers, you better make sure that you throw the ball well that previous season. It's not how many times you throw. You could run air raid and throw the ball every single down in a season. But if your stats aren't very good, they're not going to be interested. Because that's what happened to us the first season. We threw the ball a ton that first season, and it didn't help a lick. It's all about stats, because you got to remember we were the top rushing attack in the country this year, and look what happened. We got a bunch of halfbacks interested, and we already got a depth chart that's full. So just always keep that in mind. Same with our tight ends. We got the tight end award. We got the best tight end in the country, and we still can't get any tight ends to commit to us because we didn't throw the ball well enough. So now we know. All righty, that looks pretty good. We got a corner. Campbell, he finally committed. Well, we didn't even know what he was interested in. Looks like it was program prestige. Defensive end, Travis Reese. He'll start next year. Strong safety, we needed him big time. We got that center. That's huge. He'll start for us. We got another offensive lineman. And halfback, Tucker Long. So he may be the one halfback we'll end up getting this class. That's another 5. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. Let's go to continue. Let's go back to current targets. Let's go down to the bottom, see if anybody committed elsewhere. Athlete went to Colorado. It was worth taking a shot on him. Tight end. Well, I mean, we're not going to have any tight ends. I don't know what, I mean, we're going to have to move some guys over, but I think what I may end up doing is go to interested prospects, and they've already committed. Dang it. Is this week 5 for us? Let's go back. This is, oh yes, it's week 5, so we're kind of done with that. So let's go back to current targets. We got 2 scholarships left. We'll use them somewhere. So we should get this kid right here. Our bar is high. We should be good to go there. This free safety, I don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to withdraw his offer. I think it's too late in the process. This defensive end, I mean, the bar is high, but he's just not moving anywhere. It's not high enough. Again, this halfback, look at it. It's just at a crawl. And he can't seem to find anything. So I'm going to take a scholarship off of him. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather put him on. We just may go after some 1-star kids and just try to rack up the rest of the class if possible. I think we still have a chance here maybe with this tackle. He likes our location at least. This kid, he should commit. We'll do 8 for now. This kid, I don't know. 6'3", 482. Ah, geez. We'll do coaching style. He's an athlete. That's what. Now look at this. This kid right here, he's got to commit eventually. Don't know when, but he will, hopefully. And that's it. So we got 4 scholarships to give. So let's go back to interested prospects. Let's try our best and get some kids. I don't know where else to go at this point. Halfback, we are fine there. We already picked up 1. We already got 4. 2 of them are transfers, so I'm not going to waste my time here. Fullback, can't. Tight end, it just didn't work out for us due to what I mentioned earlier. Tackle, we got enough bodies there. We've got commitments and prospects we're going after. Center, we're fine. Defensive end, we got 1 committed, and we need to bring some more guys down. We're probably going to have some linebackers move down. I wouldn't mind putting another scholarship on one of these kids. Like this kid from Alabama, maybe. 4'7", I'm not going to scout him. 4'7", Let's just go back and put it on this kid because we just, like I said, we need the bodies. Where's he at? Is it Patrick Huff? Yeah, let's just put one on him. Let's do playing. Hopefully I'll raise his points up eventually. Defensive tackle. We got, here's a 3-star kid, the JUCO, but he's so small, I just didn't want to bother. And yeah, it's just not what I want. I'm not worried about the outside linebacker spot. We're good there. Middle linebacker. Corner. We got 1 committed. We got 5, so that's not a big deal. Free safety. We got 3 of them, so technically it's not a huge deal. Strong safety. We need to get one of those other 2 guys to commit to us. That would be great. Like this kid right here out of Illinois. I don't think we got a chance there. So we got 3 scholarships. I want to use them on somebody. Kid out of Vermont. So let's just go back and look again. I'm not going to waste these scholarships. I want to use them. Four, 5, 6. That's just not very fast for me. Kid out of Rhode Island. I may have no choice but the... It's not a big need for us. Let's just go out. Let's keep going. Tackle. I just may need some more bodies here, I guess. This kid out of Kentucky. No, he didn't like her coaching style. A center. He looks like he wants to go to Louisville. We're not going to get him. Center, defense. I may have no choice but to keep going defensive ends here. Nothing else really opened up. Like this kid right here. He got some points. It's 4. Ooh, yeah. That's not too bad. He's very small. Let's just do playing time. Let's just put something on him there. Outside linebacker. He's going to MTSU. I think we'll go after this kid, Josh White. For whatever reason, I think we got a chance with him. Let's go location, I guess. Just because look at the bars. Looks like we have a real decent chance with him. This free safety, I may just put the scholarship back on him again. I don't know what else to put it on. I got one scholarship left. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Let's do it on this kid right here. Maybe. It's not going to matter. It's not going to work. Let's just go back and just go after Matt Williams again. Program. Let's do coach prestige. Let's do 15 points. All right, no scholarships. Let's go back to current prospect or current targets. I only got 15 points, so I don't know if I'll be able to use these on anybody. Let's go. Let me just make sure on the guys who we know we have a chance at. Can we go up any more? I don't think we can. Why? What happened there? Yes. Oh, yeah. This is the Mitchell kid. Let's look. Let me put my points on him. See, his bar's not moving at all. I guarantee you he will not commit. I'll be shocked if he does. But we'll go ahead and put the points on him. I don't know why that went blank. Let's keep going. Let's just go ahead and put 4 points on this kid. Because why not? 5 points, I could put them on somebody. Let's do this defensive end. Down to 3 points, and we can't use those anywhere. All right, that's it. That's recruiting. Cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll get like another 10 guys to commit. That'd be great. Then lock up the recruiting class. We'll look at all of our new commitments. Then I'm going to save it. I think it's in our best interest to save it just in case something bad happens with my technology, my electronics, my power. Don't want that to go out on us. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus the 3 transfers. That's 14. I'd love to get 6 more guys. I'd love to have a 20-guy class. That would be great. Just hardly any skill players. We got 1 halfback and a quarterback. Quarterback may actually not be too terrible. C+, we can work with that. He's going to redshirt. Unless those athletes. Now, what's going to be the kicker here with our recruiting class is if those athletes are going to do anything special for us. You never know. One of those guys may turn into like an all-American speedy quarterback. You just never know. That's the exciting part, is going through the position changes. I'm going to take my time with that because I got to figure out where to put who on defensive end. Like, I'm thinking about maybe putting Abdullah at defensive end. I don't know what to do. Or at tight end. I'm sorry, tight end. We also need to put some bodies at defensive end as well. We only got 1 commitment. We only have 1 coming back. We need at least 2 more commitments at defensive end. If not, we're going to have to move some linebackers down. We'll figure all that out. We'll be all right. That's part of the recruiting process or the process in general with these smaller schools. You got to deal with some of the hardships of not being able to go after certain commitments. All right, look at this. Defensive end. Thank you. 3-star kid. Another corner. We got the 2 corners we wanted. That's what I put in my notes, a 2. Got that tackle, Noah Holmes. Put one there. There he is right there. Another defensive end. Good deal there. Hey, he committed. What do you know? So that tells me just because your bar stays low throughout the entire 5 weeks doesn't mean you have no chance with him. You still can get a guy like that. And I'm really excited about that kid. So we got a middle linebacker. And look at that. Matt Williams, he committed. All it took was to pick the right pitch, I guess. So we got another halfback. Strong safety. We got the 2 we needed. And Nate McDaniel, he finally committed. Another linebacker. Big Hoss, he's going to play defensive end for us down the road. So that is 1, 2, 3... That is 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 guys plus the 3 transfers gives us 22. That is awesome. So we can go to top classes. I'm kind of curious to see. Let's look at the top 10. And then we'll go We'll look at Eastern Kentucky and Western Kentucky. They recruited pretty well last time. 48th in the country. We got 8 3-stars, 9 2-stars, and 2 1-stars. And let's see where Eastern and Western ended up. Now they're back where they are. Okay, 78. They picked up 3 3-stars, 10 2-stars. Good for them. And then, where is the other one? Eastern Kentucky. Or Western, whichever one is left over. Oh, wow. Dead last. Western Kentucky. Oh, that's terrible. Looks like Eastern's going to pull away from them big time. So, let's go to our signings. Let's just check them out really quick. Andrew Myers and Kevin Green, the 2 athletes. I'm really excited to see where they're going to end up. I'm thinking receiver or a safety. Or if we're really lucky, they may be able to throw the ball a little bit. We got the 1 quarterback, Dan Hurst, out of New Hampshire, of all places. Hudson, New Hampshire. 6'3", 191. C+ on the arm in general. Who knows? He may be halfway decent for us down the road. Halfback, we got 2 of them. Tucker Long and Matt Williams. Both of them are redshirt for us. No wide receiver and no tight ends. That's going to really hurt us. We're going to see a lot of 4 wide next year, I'm afraid. Tackles, we got 3 of them. Howard Bailey, James Moore, and Noah Holmes. Maybe we can start a little pipeline in Missouri. But at least we got some bodies on the line at least. And we got a center. He's going to start for us next year. JUCO kid. He'll be with us for a couple years at least. 3 defensive ends. Normally, I don't like to go after natural defensive ends. But at least we got some depth there. None of them are very big. I mean, that's not terrible. This kid's got decent size. But Alabama, Mississippi, and Illinois. Defensive tackle, 300 pounds. That's what I'm always looking for, a 300-pound defensive tackle. And we got one out of Tennessee. Middle linebacker, excited about this kid, John Mitchell. And this 1-star kid, even though 4'8", he's still going to play defensive end just because, he's really weak. But look at his size, 6'6", 241. He's still going to play defensive end for us. This guy may play defensive end for us down the line, but I may keep a middle linebacker because having 4.52 speed right there is insane. We picked up 2 great corners. We're doing a great job in the secondary, especially at corner these last 2 classes. But Scott McBride and Vincent Campbell, the West Virginia duo, cool to see them coming to Murray State. No free safety. One of those guys, one of those athletes will be playing free safety, I'm betting. Strong safety, we've got a 3-star kid, Ben Schroeder. He may start for us. We'll see how good he is. Then we got another Tennessee kid, Montrell Keenan, out of Irwin, Tennessee. No kicker, which sucks, and no punter. But I'm super excited about this class. I hope you are too. So that's, 8 3-stars? I'm thinking a lot of these guys are going to be on the field next year. We'll see. Everything else, I think we're good to go. So let's finalize recruiting. And before we get here, let's go and save it. It's in our best interest to do so. We'll save that. Then we'll save our profile. I don't know why that changed. I don't know what. I'm sure something changed in order for us to save it. Oh, I'm really excited about that class. We got a lot of bodies. We picked up 22 new players. So 22 plus the 41 we have. We should have 63 guys on the rosters or something close to that. We'll save the profile. This shouldn't take long at all. Now let's go and check out position changes. This is going to be a lot of fun. So out of the gate, Hurst is 62 overall. True freshman. Let's look at his 80 and 80. Hey, that is infinitely better than CT ever could give us. So I'm actually okay with that. He'll redshirt, like I said. His awareness stinks. That's another reason why he's only at 62 overall. But hey, it's a body. So I'm okay with that. Halfback. Here's the transfer that's got to sit out a year. Drummer's going to be our main guy next year. True freshman, Tucker Long, 68 overall, 90 speed. Not very strong. He's a little scat back who can catch a little bit, 65. So he's going to go out to the outside a lot. Look at 5'10", 183. He's definitely an outside guy. But I'm glad to have him on the team. course, there's Griffin coming back. Matt Williams is just a 65. I put a ton of points in this kid. And he's only an 82 speed, 65 catch. Is his strength pretty good? 59. No, it's just nothing great. And look at this transfer, though. The kid out of, where did he come from? I already forgot. Cincinnati. 76 strength. That's a monster. I want to do a lot of up-the-gut stuff with him, if I can. That'd be great. But we got to wait a year. Fullback, we're still got 2 seniors. I got no choice but to go get at least 1 fullback next year. Wide receiver, we didn't get anybody, but we got the minimum. And Kenneth Harris is, he's got to sit out. But Josh Morgan is going to be our big stud next year along with Clark. Clark's going to play on the right side of the ball for us more than likely. But at least we got the minimum. Tight end. We got to figure out what to do here. One thing I've thought about doing. Let's go to coach options. Let's go spread. That should free up a fullback. Go back to position changes. I could put somebody at tight end like that. Or, I could do somebody like that. Now, one thing we can do with some of these wide receivers, somebody may be able to play tight end for us. They're all really small. Like this kid's kind of... Oh, I'm down to the minimum. I got to spread. Yeah. When you're running... If you got a spread offensive preset, you got to have a minimum of 6 guys. So what I may end up doing is... Let's put him over there for now. Just have a body. You just never know. I wouldn't mind actually putting Baxter over there. But Baxter can't catch or anything. So, I don't know. We may switch those back around. We'll see. Tackle. We got all left tackles. Of course, we'll flip these around. All 3 freshmen. And look at this. James Moore. 78 overall. He is our biggest offensive lineman. Technically, well, this guy's a little bit heavier. But he's nowhere near as good. 6'5", 279. 78, 72, 62. We got a 68 guy here. We need help at right guard. There's Dan Atkins. That's the JUCO kid. Can one of these guys play? Like, I wouldn't mind having this guy playing guard. That's not too bad. He only went down a couple. Most tackles, when they go down to a guard, this guy just doesn't change at all. He's a 62. Tackle, who do you put down there? Strength. I may have to put this guy at right guard. And we'll put this guy at right tackle. So we'll have James Moore at left tackle. Howard Bailey at right. I know he's a little bit smaller. Because I need some decent help on the outside. And I need some help here. Let's just... dang it. Let's go... See, it's just a 62. That's tough. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put him at right tackle. We're going to have this guy play right guard for us. So we're going to have a weak right tackle, but we're going to have a little bit of strength on the interior, so we can do some stuff up the middle or whatnot, but we need help a little bit of everywhere. So 78, 62, 70, 68, and a 65. I'm okay with that. So let me just look here. We're a little weak at tackle. If somebody gets hurt, we can still move somebody back over. We'll figure that out. But if you watch me play any at all, having good guard play is almost important as good tackle play. Because good guard play, when those guards get pushed back all the time, it's hard to do anything. That causes fumbles. I mean, how many times have you seen it the previous season? I had a guard get pushed back. My quarterback runs into him. I try to pitch it, and it's a fumble. So I would rather have good guard play than great tackle play. So I'm really like what I'm seeing here. Now, it doesn't really matter which one plays either side. They're both kind of the same. We may need to... Let's switch this. Yes, I want him to be my right guard because we need some help on the right side of the line. So I'm okay with that. Okay, we're good there. Defensive end. 3 freshmen. Look at this. 72, 70, and 70. Not bad. And I like their speed. 74, 72, 74. That's pretty good. We could put him at left end. It doesn't really matter how you want to go about doing that. I'm still going to move somebody down. Like, where's that true freshman defense tackle? Oh, look at that. 65. I mean, he may start for us. Or Roy will probably end up starting for us. We've got a ton of... None of these guys are fast. It'd be cool if you could move a defensive tackle to offensive line, but they just can't for whatever reason. It's completely foreign to them. But we got plenty of bodies at tackle. Defensive tackle, I should say. Outside linebacker. Abdullah, like, he needs to be playing at outside linebacker. I would love to put him at tight end, but I think it's stupid. So we're going to leave him as is. And we don't have anybody behind Allen, so that's got to stay as is, I'm afraid. Now, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I think I'll just leave all that as is. Middle linebacker. Now, somebody's going to move down to defensive end. We're going to move some guys down. Ernest Potts is staying at middle linebacker. We just kind of need him there. Marcus Walker, true sophomore. He's not 6'4", 222. He's not fast enough. Like, this kid right here is going to be a stud. 82 speed. But he's a true freshman, so he's definitely staying. But I want to make use of some of these guys. Like, here is either this guy, Hardy, or Heath Wilson is going to be going down the defensive end for us. I'm thinking this kid. Corey Hardy, redshirt freshman, 76 speed, but he's terrible at middle linebacker. So let's put him down at defensive end. We got him at a right end. I'm okay with that. And I may have to move him around later on. So let's do that. Everybody else is going to stay the same. Like, I thought about maybe putting... Can he play tight end? 40. Speed, his awareness. I'm sure he can't catch or do anything. This kid is just terrible all around. He's slow. I need a... Yeah, I was right about the number. We got 63 players. But that was a good pickup. McDaniel. Was he the one that we were... Yeah, he's a true freshman. He's just not very good, is he? I still put him down at defensive end, but I can't do it this year. He's a true freshman. Corner. Look at that. 78 overall. Scott McBride. That kid, look at that. 97 speed. Whew. And look at that. Our top 2 corners are going to be 2 true freshmen. Poor Greco and Freeman might not even get to see the field a whole lot outside of playing nickel. We may play... Oh, wow. We've done really well at corner. Look at that. Awesome. We don't have to make any changes here. Free safety. We did not pick up one. I wouldn't mind putting 72, 68. Sometimes you can move a corner. You just never know. But they go down quite a bit. Our starting free safety is 82 speed. That's what worries me. I want to have some speed back there, and we just don't have it. So I don't know what to do about that. Strong safety. True freshman. He's definitely going to start for us. Like this senior. Free safety, 62, 68. I'm afraid of... Like, I would love to move... Like, this guy to free safe, 68. And this kid is a 65. Man, I don't know what to do. Let's look at our linebacker. We're going to do a lot of 4-3 from what I can tell. Ah, that's tough. I want some speed at free safety. Let's look at our athletes. We got our athletes to look at. So let's just keep going for now. We're going to get a walk-on kicker, unfortunately. And our punter's terrible. Athlete. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so Andrew Myers, he could play halfback. He could definitely play fullback. He could play tight end. What's his speed? 82 speed. Oh, my gosh. Oh, let me think here. Oh, wow. Okay, let's just keep going before I get too excited. 74 at tight end. 48, 56. He could play great defensive end. He's not very big. 6'5", 225. Wow, this kid's an awesome ball player. Good at defensive end. 68, 68. He could play 70 at free safety, but I got to put him on the offense. We'll check out some of the stats a little bit later. 70. His catch is a 65, which isn't good for a wide receiver, and it's not all that great for a tight end, but it's good enough, kind of, sort of, and his carry's nothing excited to get excited about. He's got a great jump. Gosh, where do you put this kid? I don't know where you put him. Let's look at this kid. I'll have to make my mind. Okay, this is Kevin Green. He could play a little halfback. Wide receiver at 62. He could play some tight end. Now, what's his size? 6'4", 215. But that's really light, and we need, unless we're going to just go full out spread and just not have our tight ends block at all. Tight end at 68. Let's keep going. He does not look like a defensive player whatsoever. So he's definitely a kick or an offensive line or offensive player. 65 or 68. So let's look at his stats. 82 speed. That's not very good for a halfback or a wide receiver. So it looks like he may have no choice but to play tight end. Awareness. His catch is a 68. Yeah, we're going to have him play tight end. We'll have him play tight end. That's the best spot for him. He's too slow for a halfback or a wide receiver. He can't play any on the defensive side of the ball. He's definitely got the better catch. A little bit better catch than Myers. Now, the trick is, where does this kid go? 82 speed, that is too slow to play in the secondary. 65. Let's look at our halfbacks. I mean, his carries is 65. Which is, on par with, these guys. So I just don't think he can play halfback. And his catch isn't very good. It's only a 65, which is, like I said, doable. I think I might put him at fullback. Because we can do some cool things with the fullback. So I'm going to put him at fullback. That's where he's at his best, is at fullback. 78, he can play tight end, yes. But I can get my fullback open just as well. And I could do some fullback over stuff. So let's go fullback for him. So this is going to be interesting. So what we're going to do, I want to keep these changes. I'm going to go back. We're going to go coach options. And let's just go back to balance. Off-season schedule. Position changes. So I'm really excited about this. So we're going to do some 21 personnel type stuff. We're going to do a lot of fullback stuff just for this kid alone. 82 speed at a fullback who can catch a little bit. And he can run a little bit. I think it's well worth it. And Baxter playing tight end, or not Baxter. Green playing a little tight end. It's going to be great for us. So we got the minimum that we need, but we're still going to have to spread out some. So we're going to have some, oh, this is exciting. We got some ancillary, how do you say that? Anchillary, ancillary players, which is your tight end and fullbacks. We're going to have some freshmen we're going to have some fun with Green and the other ones. So I think we're set on the position changes. I am okay with everything else. The only thing that worries me is free safety. And 65 overall. I can't move a true freshman. I would prefer to move like Greco. I think I'm going to move Greco to free safety. Let's cross your fingers. Hopefully, I've seen this before. You move somebody and you think he's going to do well, but he just tanks for whatever reason. I'm going to move him at free safety just because we need speed back there. And his awareness is just as bad as Green. So everywhere else, I am okay with. And can anybody play kicker? Let's go. Kick power. So here's what we're going to do. I don't want to walk on. We're going to do kick power. He can play kicker. He's got kick power. Oh, that's weird. That's that Green kid. Wow, that kid just can do whatever, can't he? And accuracy. everybody's at a 44. So what we're going to do is move somebody to kicker. Since they're all bad, yet I don't want a freshman kicker, we're going to move. You've never seen me do this before, but this sometimes you got no choice. Let's move a really bad player to like kicker, like this senior who's not going to play anyways. We're going to put him a kicker because I don't want a freshman walk-on that we can't get rid of. That's just a wasted spot. So let's put him there. That way it saves us from having to deal with a walk-on. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Everywhere else, I'm super excited about these two kids. Jeez, this is going to be exciting. So let's go to training results. Oh, wow. Now I'm starting to think. Oh, let me think here. Oh, wow. The playbook is going to open up huge for us next season. It just now occurred to me. Wow. It's going to be humongous on so many levels. Okay, got it. Okay, I got to calm down. I got some ideas because our best player is like our quarterback, I think. Oh, look at that. Cook went up. Oh, yeah, he was just a 7. He went to 50. He was that backup fullback. That's what that was. All right, quarterback. Davis went up a couple. Everything's going to go through him just because he's got the arm for it. Nobody went up at halfback, which is a shame. Of course, we didn't put a whole lot of points in the training, but we needed the bodies. Baxter went up a couple at fullback, but he's not going to start for us. Wide receiver, Anderson went up a few. Morgan went up 2. He's going to be our number 1 guy. Clark went up a couple. Sanders, just a 59. He's not going to do much. Tight end, Cook, Milton. Again, these guys just aren't going to do anything. Crowell, 62 overall. Guards didn't go up. Centers didn't go up. Right guard went up a little. Right end, Hardy, redshirt freshman. It says he went up +4, but you got to remember he was like a 56 middle linebacker. Now he's at 76. That's why you make those changes. But he's got to be a non-true freshman in order to do that. So that was a good move. Defensive tackle, we got several guys go up. That's good. Dennis Marsh, that's good to see him. He's up at an 80 overall. Abdullah went up a couple on outside, or left outside linebacker. Potts went up a couple. Allen went up a couple, so that's good. Romero's the only one that went up 3. Greco went up 2. That's good. It worked. So now we got a better free safety going to play, at that spot with 90 speed. Because, again, I got to have speed more than anything else at that spot. So that's good that we saw that. That was a good move. So you can move a corner to a free safety spot and is not too big of a dip. He actually got back what he lost because did he lose 2 or 4 points? And he got 2 back. So that's good to see. Nothing at strong safety. Kicker, he didn't go up, but at least we're not going to have a walk-on there. Punter, we're good there. It's still terrible. We're going to cut players, so we're about done. We're not going to cut anybody. We don't have to. Because you see here, halfback, let's see, fullback. Oh, I'm super excited about this kid. Andrew Myers, true freshman. Kid's going to be a stud. Huh? Now we got 64 players. I thought we had 63. They added one. They accidentally added somebody. I wonder who they added and at where. I'm not sure. You can have a minimum of 3 tackles. What happened? Where's that extra guy at? It's not there. Corner. No. We're still good there. I don't know where they added the extra guy. I thought we had 63 players, not 64. But we're not going to get rid of anybody. There's no point. So now we're up to 64 players. That's awesome. Let's go to depth chart. The reason I want to show the depth chart, we're not going to play around with it, but we are going to look at like roster numbers and stuff. I'm just kind of curious to see who is that. We can look at that again at the beginning of the next video. The preseason video for Season 3. So our offense is going to go through Bo Davis. I think that's his name. Our quarterback, we got Ronnie Drummer, halfback. And we got Morgan. He is going to be our starting our best receiver. And we got our fullback and Myers, true freshman. And we got a true freshman tight end. I forgot the kid's name. Green, I think. Then we got, Clark is back. So we're starting to build some skilled players. So our offense next year, the fact that Davis can't run the ball, we're going to run like an NFL offense. You're going to see like a real NFL offense. You're going to see the playbook expand. Our quarterback can make those throws. He can make every throw in the route tree. You're not going to see the same 6 plays like we done last year. We had no choice because we were just so limited. Now everything's really going to open up for us. So you're going to see my playbook get a whole lot bigger, which I like. I can't deal with just doing the same 4 plays over and over again. I want a little more depth to it. So, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with a modern NFL pro-style spread. It's a modern NFL offense, probably. But we're going to do a lot of 21 personnel. You know, it doesn't matter about, it's not the formations per se. I guess it's just the concepts. We're going to be in the gun some still because our offensive line still isn't all that great. Our run game is going to be based off of our best running back. Ronnie Drummer is not very good up the gut. I think he's not very strong. So I think he's much faster. I think he's got 93 speed. So that means we're going to have to do more outside stuff with him. So it's going to be a modern NFL spread type offense type of look. We're going to do play action out of the gun. I can already start thinking about kind of how that thing's going to look. We're going to throw a lot of stuff at some people. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So now that we've moved up to a 2-star program, we're going to have 3 ranked teams on the schedule to go along with our 2 big rivals. And then we'll fill out the rest of the schedule with whoever. I got to go back and look at the previous 2 schedules. And I want to schedule teams that we haven't played yet. I know we want to play Michigan. Somebody requested that in the comments. I think that's a good idea because of the similar uniforms and such. They may be ranked, so that may be one of our ranked games. So I'm really excited. Now I feel like I can really do some cool stuff offensively. I want to keep it kind of conceptual. I just don't want to throw plays out there for the sake of plays. I want to keep it kind of uniform if I can. But I got some ideas in mind. Should be a whole lot of fun. Enrolling recruits, it takes forever, but it's part of the process. But again, I just want to get to the jersey numbers. I'm just kind of curious to see who is what. I'm guessing when you move a fullback, somebody to the fullback into tight end, you're going to get somebody in the 40s at fullback and somebody with an 80 number at tight end. But we'll see here. I'm not going to worry about any of this, so let's just go right to the next season. And we could have looked here. I'm sorry. We could have looked here. I didn't think about that. I'd rather look at the roster instead of the depth chart. It's 2 completely different things. So that's my fault for doing this first. But that's okay. This shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think. And I just noticed this video is almost 2 hours long. That's awesome. That's a good thing or a bad thing. But I'll tell you what, though, my recruiting videos get a whole lot more views than like anything else I put out there. People like to see the recruiting stuff, and I don't blame them. It's a whole lot of fun. And you just don't see it often because 90% of the time it's all just, the football, the games themselves. So let's quickly go to the roster. I didn't even see who won national championship, but it doesn't matter. I guess it was Miami. All right. Quarterback, 18 for Dan Hurst. 34 for the transfer, Bradley Gladhar. Drummer's going to be our main stud next year. Everything's going to go through him, skill-wise. We're going to do a lot of outside. You can see he's not very strong at all. And he probably can't break a tackle. Oh, his break tackle's not bad, 72. All right, 25 for Tucker Long and 22 for Matt Williams. Fullback, 37, Andrew Myers. That's awesome. You don't see fullbacks get numbers in the 30s too often, so that's really cool to see. Wide receiver, here's the transfer, Kenneth Harris, 85. And that was the only wide receiver we got because nobody in the offseason wanted to come here. Kevin Green, number 80. That's a good number. Cool to see that. Tackles, we got 73, 71. We moved Bailey over to guard. He's at 70. Center, that's the JUCO kid, 67. Defensive end, Corey Hardy. This is the kid that went from linebacker to defensive end. Now he's by far our best defensive end. 44, of course, he was still at 44. 98 for Reese, 57 for Lorenzo Mills, and 90 for Patrick Huff. Defensive tackle, we picked up this kid right here, 92 overall. Or 92 overall, sorry. 92 is his jersey number. Linebacker, we didn't get anybody there. Middle linebacker, we picked up John Mitchell, 49, and Nate McDaniel, 45. Corner, Scott McBride, number 8, and number 4, Vincent Campbell. Hard to believe Romero got benched. Now he's going to be our nickel. We got to have these two guys on the field all the time, though. True freshman again. Now, last year we had Galashaw. He was a senior last year, but still. We're still young, but I like what we're seeing here, obviously. Free safety, Greco, that's still the same. I feel like strong safety. 14, Ben Schroeder. Oh, wow, that's got me thinking of like Eric Berry type stuff. He's nowhere near as good as Eric Berry. But it's cool to see strong safety get a 14. And there you go. This is the guy we moved over. He still can't kick worth a lick, but at least we avoided the walk-on situation where we're stuck with a guy for 4 years. If we didn't move him over there, we'd have been stuck with a guy. That would have been a nightmare. We didn't want to see that. All right, that is it. So we now hit 2-hour mark. That's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed all that. In the next video, we'll do our preseason shenanigans in Season 3. We're going to do in-season recruiting. We're going to set our schedule, go after some new guys. It should be a whole lot of fun. So come on back, and I'll talk to you later.